Dear Lori, our family recently experienced a community tragedy, and it has been all over the local news. Kids are talking about it at school, and parents are on edge and alert because of the nature of the event. How can we help our kids ages 5 and 14 to cope with this? We are trying to protect our younger son from hearing much about it because he is so sensitive. He hasn't said much about it or even asked, but many of his friends have older siblings who talk about it, and I'm sure he's heard things. It has consumed our community. We are trying not to let it consume our family. Any ideas on how we can protect our kids? Well, guys, I do have some ideas, and it seems that our world has had no shortage of shocking or traumatic events that have touched the lives of many of our children in the last couple of years. So I am sending my heartfelt condolences that something like this has touched your family and your community. My thoughts are with you all. Now, it sounds like you're probably already aware of some of the more obvious tips, such as limit media exposure. And the reason for this is that what kids see, those images that the media runs on a loop, are not processed in the same ways that adults process an image. Younger kids, like your son, your younger son, may think that something is happening again when he sees it on the news, even though they're just replaying a clip. Those images have a huge, huge impact on kids. Even my daughter is so sensitive. She can't watch scary movies or even go into stores around Halloween time, because it freaks her out. Kids can recall those images in their heads over and over, and it can cause nightmares, it can cause hyperarousal because it's just too graphic for them. Now, that said, just because kids don't speak about an event doesn't mean that they aren't thinking about it or having feelings around it. So my next tip for you would be to talk to your kids without giving them too many details or without interrogating them about how they feel. With younger children, play is a great way to connect or to work out stress or the anxiety about things that they are fearful or worried about. Some kids who may have inadvertently been exposed to more than they can emotionally process may need you to reassure them that they are safe through things like role play or discussing a situation with puppets, or also maybe just talking to them about ways that they could protect themselves if they needed to. Pay attention to what might be driving your child's fear about an event, and then give them tools to feel confident in their own lives. We can't necessarily guarantee that something will never happen, but we can give our kids the information that they need to keep themselves safe and feel prepared. Now, if your older child shows an interest in expressing his feelings about an event, I don't believe in distracting. I think you should validate that, empathize with that. I don't think we need to deny or discount their feelings. Oh, that would never happen to you, or oh, don't worry about it. Instead of reassurance that maybe you can't guarantee or control, you could ask your child, what can I do to help you feel safe? Take some time to talk about it with your older child, especially if they show an interest. Older kids may want to explore an event, how it could have happened or why. They may show an interest in talking about it because a more mature brain or even just a different personality type may want to explore more deeply the people and the events that are surrounding the tragedy. Recognize that there may be some regression or neediness or clinginess with younger kids, and that that's okay. Bedtime especially can be a time where there's lots of fears or the daily stresses want to come out, because that's when kids are about to be separated from us, and then all that stress and pent-up anxiety is just automatically released in that moment right before they're about to leave. So maybe plan a nighttime slumber party in mom and dad's room, or a weekend with cousins or friends where they come over and have a sleepover. It's time where we can connect and come together again. And of course, you also want to be mindful of when you are speaking about the event to others, especially if it has, like you said, consumed your community. You want to be aware of when you're talking on the phone. Kids are always listening to what we're talking about, even when we think that they're not. Some kids may even become very angry or depressed or sad about an event, even if it didn't touch them personally. So try not to dismiss or deny your child's interest or their feelings in the subject. You may actually have, a budding detective or psychologist or a film director at your hands, and they want to explore more about this. Now, tragedies like this, they may ultimately change us, but they can also be the catalyst to qualities that will serve us, like resiliency and compassion for others. So Amelia and Tony, that was my teachable moment for you, and if it was helpful, I would love to know. So please update me on your family with an email or by leaving me a comment below. And what about you guys? Did you like this video? Because I would love to know. Check out the conversation over at teachthroughlove.com and share your thoughts, ideas, and stories. You never know when your experience is going to inspire someone else towards the change that they were looking for. And if you want more tips and tools like this, plus my 5-part video series, it's free. And make sure you are subscribed to my updates. Thank you so much for watching. You guys rock. Have a great weekend. Until next time, please remember it's about consciousness, not perfection.